So the attack from Canada, they're defeated at the Battle of Lake Champlain. So that ends that attack. Then they are successful attacking Washington. Does everybody remember what happens? What did the British do to Washington, folks?
Burned it.
They burned it. Why is the White House called the White House? Because after they burned it and we rebuilt it, we painted it white to cover the char marks. But it wasn't until Teddy Roosevelt that it was officially known as the White House. All right? But then they have a little success at Washington, but then they go for the big prize of Baltimore, and the Star-Spangled Banner is written because they get their butt kicked at Fort McHenry. All right, last chance. Now, there's a treaty meeting happening in Belgium, okay? And the British and the American emissaries are meeting to end this war. They still have the plan to capture New Orleans to get themselves in the best negotiating terms. So if they take our major port in the south and close the river, they feel they can get better terms. Now you will hear they may have kept New Orleans if they had succeeded. We don't know that. But there are places that they used to own, like Singapore, Hong Kong, Gibraltar, they still own, that they never left, okay? But their plan was to take New Orleans as a negotiating strategy. All right, so we jump to, actually, the War of 1812 is now jumped to December 1814. And the British are moving across the Gulf, and we know they're coming and stuff because there's spies throughout the Caribbean and stuff, and they land over there. Y'all see the two towers? You see the three towers? Or well, the two that are together. They land over there around a place called Bayou Bienville, and they march inland to a guy named Villeroy's plantation. And it totally surprised. Now, Jackson and his little army and that have already appeared in New Orleans, but they're not sure where the British are going to land. And the British land on Lake Bourne and Bayou Bienvenue, and they march inland, and they end up at a place called Villeroy Plantation. Villeroy's sons are eating some dinner, and they literally look out the window and see red coats. Thousands of them. And the youngest guy, he jumps out the window and he decides he's going to be a modern day Paul